Yeah.
Some pictures I hope never see the light of day again,
Okay.
but um, Chuck got me a special one, and I will. You know what? This is. I will show you it. And I think is the funniest and best shirt I have seen.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Wrap this one up in green and white.
Hello and welcome back to 219 Cats, brought to you by OnDeck Tees. Support the player, wear the gear. He's Chuck Plerick. I'm Kyle Savetich, and I can't plan with the crap. I thought today's Monday, and typically Monday's my editing day, so I thought, Tuesday, I close. I'll be able to get everything uploaded and whatnot. Well, I get into work today, and I realized that I open on Tuesday, so we're gonna try to do this in one nice, beautiful take, and this would be the day that the RailCats decide to dump a bunch of players on our lap right before the season's getting ready to start. But Chuck, what's that behind you?
What's what behind?
You you know what's behind you. See, you're covering it now. So
I was
my
gonna. Let's talk about what actually happened this weekend, my
so
friend.
what happened this weekend?
My best friend, apparently.
Well, considering you're my only friend, I'm sorry if it sounded a little quiet. I didn't realize I had my microphone all the way on the other side of the room. So, that's just one way to start. But yes, my lovely mother threw a surprise birthday party for me since I will be turning 30 on Wednesday. And she got my family and my one friend together um, to go out and have a good time at Joe Sosimo's to eat some pizza and
Yep.
drink some beer or water or whatever beverage you're into. Um, and she had these cutouts made of my face.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spoil the other one just quite yet because that one we're gonna lead it. I'm gonna leave that one just sitting there. I want people to simmer over the second one that really was the big surprise of the party. So
Yeah.
we're gonna wait on that one. Chuck,
Okay.
Chuck,
Okay.
we got quite a bit to talk about today.
We
All right,
do. We do.
we got some players coming in, and then I promised. I hope you're not hungry. I hope you're watching this after you ate because we're gonna talk about pierogies and special pierogies for each team that comes into town. Now, some of them might be off the wall, just because I did a little bit of research on some of the areas, and I wanted to know what was unique to those areas, and some of them they're a little out there,
All
not
right.
crazy, but a little out there.
Well, let's
Um,
let's get to what the people want to hear. One of the signings that I was hitting at was Jacob Coates comes back.
yes.
Uh, Excited about that. What stats you got for him?
What stats I got for you here? Obviously, big man, right? He throws right-handed, throws an incredible amount of speed. I mean,
Yes.
watching that guy, and the surprising part was that he basically took 2 years off of baseball because he was rehabbing. He got injured in 2023 and was rehabbing in 2024, and comes to 2025 just lights out. But he's 6'6", 240 pounds. He is from Texas. He went to Houston Christian University. He is 27 years of age. Last year with Gary, he had a 1-2 record, a 2.89 ERA. He pitched in 36 games, finished 22, had 13 saves, 37 innings pitched, gave up 26 hits, 16 runs, 12 of them were earned, 12 walks. He struck out 38, he hit 5. He had a whip of 1.28, home runs or hits per nine 6.3. No home runs given up last year, especially with that speed. That just shows you that he's got the stuff. He's got the speed. There wasn't people making good enough contact to hit anything over the fence. So
When you say he has speed, I just watched a video not too long ago of him hitting 98. That's the speed we're talking about here.
that is stuff that you definitely see in the majors, and of
Yes.
him doing it consistently. I mean, he's still young, and there's plenty to go off of that. He had 5.3 walks per nine, strikeout percentage 9.2, and a strikeout to walk ratio of 1.7. He did make the All Stars last year. I don't want to forget that he did make the All Stars.
Yep.
This is what manager Jeff Isom had to say. Coates really thrived as our ball club's closer last season, with his electric fastball and his desire to want to be on the mound for those late moments is what allowed him to succeed.
Yep.
So, Chuck, this begs the question. So, Nate Alexander fell more into a setup role.
Yep.
And Jacob Coates fell into the closer role.
Yep.
Are we deeming we have the best setup and closing
I
crew
would say
in the league?
I would say it's pretty darn close. There is one guy, I believe his name is Rodrigo something or other, that used to play for Milkmen. I think he just got re-signed somewhere. Can't remember where it's at, but he was a guy that was throwing 99, and he was lights out as a closer. And I said to myself, man, I would love to have a guy like that
Mm-hmm.
pitching for us. So yes, I'm going to say if we're not number one, we're probably number two.
Yeah, I mean we're right there. It's gonna be very difficult to put him in those kind of situations and shut the game down. I
Yeah.
mean, you're on average, you're really looking at probably most pitchers in the league are gonna probably touch 95, but not consistently. You're probably looking at 90, 93, just kind of depending.
Yeah, I think that so when we had a pitcher staying here with us last year that threw I believe he threw 93. And he said that the Pioneer League, he had talked to his buddy, and his buddy was like, we've got one guy that throws over 94. Um, and so that's the Pioneer League. American Association, you've got a lot more power, speed. Um, and it's not uncommon for you to have three or four, five guys that throw 94, 96,
Mm-hmm.
right? But a majority of them would be in those 91, 92, 93 range.
Yep.
Now I have seen some guys that hit the high 80s and make a team, and they have good stuff. So, it's really a combination of the two. But when you're sitting there, uh, you get in that eighth inning, you got Nate, who has a heck of a knuckleball,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got some power. And then you close it out with Coates. I mean,
You're just looking at the pure velocity. I mean, you're going. I'm just saying throughout the game, you're looking at 95 ish is probably the
yeah,
fastest you're gonna see, and then you ramp that up to 98, 90. I mean, 3-4 miles doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's a
it's
heck of a
it's
difference.
the difference between you being able to decide what kind of pitch the
Yep.
guy's throwing and being able to pull the trigger. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it will separate out the boys from the men when
Yes.
it comes up to batting. So excited to see that. I will say this, in my conversations with Coates, one of the things that he had went to a couple of or went to one MLB camp tryout, whatever you want to call it. And he had gotten a lot of good feedback. He had thrown really well, and he was waiting to see if an affiliate team was going to look at him or get a hold of him. But he said that if that did not happen, he was coming back to Gary. So that says a lot for playing for Gary. That when you got a guy that's looking at affiliate ball, but his backup is, I'm going to play independent ball at Gary. That feels pretty good, and he liked it. He
Yeah.
liked the people he was around, liked the environment. So that speaks a lot for Gary baseball.
Yeah. And we do have one other person returning, and another left-handed pitcher has returned to the ball club
Yes,
via trade from York from the Atlantic League for a player named later. Dawson Lane returns back to the South Shore. It is raining and hailing, and it scared the crap out of me. Um,
that
but
was Dawson Lane.
it was Dawson Lane. He's like, let me in. No,
Yep.
that's Ryan. I left Ryan outside.
Oh, poor Ryan.
Ryan. So I don't have, since I didn't realize that we pulled. I didn't look at what the American Association put out because typically I know the RailCats are busy, but Andrew's pretty good with getting articles out. So I didn't think of anything of it. So when I looked on, I said, "Oh, we got more people." But anyways, Dawson Lane. So I didn't pull his Atlantic League numbers. I know he pitched in the Atlantic League. I didn't be able to pull those. Baseball Reference didn't pop up, so I don't have those numbers quite yet. Maybe that's something we'll discuss next week. Maybe I'll just throw that into that real quick, whatever the case may be. But he's a left-hander. He's 6'5", another big guy. He's 26 years old. He went to Florida Southern College and Marquette College. Last year with Gary, he had a 5-3 record. He had a 3.73 ERA. He played in 26 games. He started 5 of them, finished 4, pitched 62.2 innings, gave up 66 hits, 27 runs scored, 26 earned, 4 home runs given up, 27 walks, 65 strikeouts. He hit 1 batter, had a whip of 1.4, hits per 9 of 9.5, home runs per 9.6, walks per 9 3.9, strikeouts per 9 9.3, and strikeout to walk ratio 2.41. Another thing that Dawson did really well for us was the 8 innings.
Yes.
I think he might move into that starting rotation because I don't really think we have a lot of starting pitching that we have on the roster that has that experience, especially at this level. So I think he might be somewhere. He might be a bullpen game kind of guy where he's going to give you 3 or 4 innings. So I'll be interested to see. I'm glad to see. I mean, doesn't walk much. He strikes out quite a bit. Strikes out quite a bit of people. Last year he was really good for us. I mean, he was someone that we relied heavily on in the bullpen rotation there.
RailCats just did a release a few minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, about Kate Herman and Kevin Watson Jr., the 2 guys that we just signed. So
Gotcha. Maybe they saw that I posted it, so they had to get it out real quick.
yeah, they well, you know what? I mean, these are long days for them. So
I'm not saying that whatsoever. So
yeah.
I mean it's gonna get long. It's gonna get even longer. So yeah, they do have those out. So I'll have those guys, some of their sayings for Watson. Kate Herman.
Yeah.
That's wasn't on the. We. This is all sorts of screwed up, man, because they have Alonzo Richardson was traded from, so they're not even on this. So this is a new one. This is just breaking right here. I'm so confused. I might. You know what, Chuck? I might have to scratch this portion up. We're gonna.
No, no,
I. Chuck,
no.
This is.
This is legit stuff. This is
Well,
breaking
no,
stuff right here.
it's breaking stuff, but it's like I'm not fully prepared for it. I would rather
Because it's
I
breaking.
would rather give the audience
What's
more.
what's that? Breaking. We have breaking news. I have got Ryan up here over my shoulder, folks.
Yeah,
Ryan over my
Ryan
shoulder.
is not on your shoulder.
Uh,
Okay. So all right,
okay.
I will get Kate Herman in there and we'll throw that in there as well. But Alonzo Richardson, I will go to him next. He was traded from, I guess, York for a player to be named later. He's also a right-handed. He is a right-handed pitcher. He's 6 foot, 23 years old, from San Diego, California. This is what I have. He mostly was in it looks like the Cleveland Guardians system. He split time between AAA, AA, and Single A last year. So I'm just gonna give you his overall stats for minor league baseball.
Okay.
He Let's see here. He has a record of 19 and 22, ERA of 4.82, games played 103, games started 62, games finished 6, complete games 1. He had 1 complete game shutout, which was in 2024. It doesn't. Oh, it's in Single A, which Lynchburg. So he's had a complete game shutout, so that's good. He's pitched over 407 innings. He's given up 426 hits, 239 runs, 218 were earned, 46 home runs. He's walked 176 people. He struck out 289. He's hit 11 batters. He has a whip of 1.4, hits per nine, 9.4, home runs per 901, walks per nine of 4, strikeouts per nine, 6.4, and then a strikeout to walk ratio 6.1. Another potential starter. I think he started all games. It looks like last season. Um, he not all of them, but but majority of a starter. So, someone that has affiliate ball, someone that has AAA experience that can come in, and maybe it's just gonna be an adjustment period for him, being released and coming coming this way. He might be playing some, or obviously he was playing with York, so I'm not sure what his stats were there on that. But Chuck, you have any kind of thoughts on?
You know, we're talking about getting these players. We've got a lot of players. I
Yeah,
don't know where if these guys are fitting in, you know, and being that he's a guy from York, uh, I don't know that we know what we're getting. Um, I don't know that York, uh, you know, they're in the mix for, winning this thing. They have a solid team, so I don't know that they would necessarily be giving away some great guys, but I don't know. I don't know. That's an iffy one. I've got Kate Herman information here.
I got it pulled up, Chuck.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I got him. I got him.
All right. All right.
We can't miss Kevin Watson. Okay, got him, and then we'll go to Kate.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
him. But real quick, we were talking before we started. We think with this York kind of deal, it's like the Atlantic League playoffs go longer than the American Association, and last
Yeah,
year we
they
had a
played
hand.
like 126 games or something like that.
So last year I know we had a handful of players go like Elvis Peralta and Cooper Wise, like they went to the Atlantic League and they played. I don't think it was a handful of other players. So like I don't know if it's one of those that like, hey, we'll give you these players if they're still on the team. If we're still in the playoffs and we need more people, like, and if you're not in the playoffs or whatever the case may be, like just send them our way, and that's what complete that transaction aspect of it. So Kevin Watson, he's a designated hitter, left fielder, first baseman. He bats left, throws right, so it's nice to have another lefty on board there. He's 26 years old from Beaverton, Oregon. He was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 18th round of the 2017 draft from Beaverton High School. And so he played he played 6 years in the minors, just reaching high A. Last season he played with Gastonia and Lancaster in the Atlantic League. So um, there's that. His numbers are he split time, so it's kind of hard for me to do it individually. So I'll just give what his independent ball stats were, since that's more kind of in the wheelhouse of what we're kind of looking at. Between Gastonia and Lancaster in 3 seasons, uh, he played 229 games. He had 285 at bats, scored 162 runs, 217 hits, 37 doubles, 3 triples, 33 home runs, 142 RBIs, 88 stolen bases, got caught 17 times. He walked 128 times, struck out 197. I like that number.
Yeah.
That's a good one there. He batting average of 263, on base percentage of 372, slugging of 450, and OPS of 822. So it seems like a guy that's gonna be able to hit for power, and it seems like a guy that's gonna be able to get on base, and he's a left-handed bat.
Right.
So Chuck, we were gonna discuss the roster building and like who we would put all over the place and whatnot. I'm really struggling with the people that we brought in and the
Yeah.
people that we've had currently, because I'm like, there's some people I would like. I think they should get the opening day, but like this guy just had. Again, it's hard to compare apples to oranges when you just have numbers and you haven't actually seen them play to kind
Right.
of put them together. And we're
Yeah.
just and who knows how the roster's going to shape itself out by the time.
You know, that's this is the interesting thing that happened this year versus previously. Um, Late signings,
Mhm.
right? We were ready to start having guys signed. We didn't see them. Some guys got signed that we were like, okay, uh, I'm glad that you signed them, but I don't know that where you're going, right? Some guys that we re-signed. A bunch of guys we were like, okay, why are you signing these guys?
Mhm.
Um, are we not going to have any good, solid pitching? Are we just grabbing guys just to grab guys? Think we probably have 2 dozen outfielders right now. Uh, and so we were at that point. And then all of a sudden, this past, I'm gonna say 2 weeks, we started getting some guys that I'm like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. We get a catcher that an older catcher
Mhm.
that has a lot of experience, which we've been barking back and forth about how we need a catcher with experience,
Yep.
and can really help these guys out. We get that. Now we've got an outfielder that left-handed hitter that has some power,
Yep.
which we've been complaining about. And so yeah,
And it's not even a left-handed batter that hits for power. It's
no, he's
someone
got
that can
speed too.
get on base and he can steal bases. Um,
Right.
I mean, this is what uh Jeff had to say about Kevin. Adding a player like Kevin Watson so late in the offseason is a steal. He has shown the Atlantic League he can or drive the ball or extra bases and is a massive threat on the base path.
Yeah.
Like that's your like five tool player that.
Give me you what you've done here, if the stats work out,
Mhm.
right, is you've given me another Elvis Peralta.
Yes.
And by giving me another Elvis Peralta, you now have a solid 1-2, a solid 1-2-3. We got some power hitters, a 1-2-3-4. Remember last year how we were talking about, man, we've got a lot of 7-8-9 hitters.
Yep.
We've got a whole league's worth of 7-8-9 hitters, maybe one or two that are going to be number 4 or 5, right?
Hmm.
And now we've got a solid top of the lineup worth of guys. But you know what? I I feel for the coaches because they're going to have to make some decisions.
And Chuck, we sit if I play back last year's right before the season started kind of talk, it's like we have a competitive. I mean, it was even the year before with Lamar, and I had him on, and I said, you got a competitive roster here. Like it's gonna be hard to make tough decisions. It's not like the Railcats haven't been in this position before. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of we going to be able to execute or not. Is
yeah,
going to be the
yeah.
um. So and then we have the breaking news that Cade Herman is signed with the Railcats. He's a right-handed relief pitcher. He's 6 foot, or yeah, 6 foot. He's 26 years old. He is from Nebraska. He went to Bellevue University, Wayne State College, Western Illinois University. This will be his first taste of
Yep.
professional baseball. Last year he played with Moaning Valley, uh, out of the MLB Draft League. He had an ERA of 5.4, games played only 3, finished 1. He pitched 3.1 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, no home runs. He struck out 4, didn't walk anyone, didn't hit anyone. I'm not really going to get into all the other rest of it, but this seems like a chance player, someone that.
This is what I heard about him today. I actually heard about this guy early.
Okay. Well, actually, let me
Um,
let me let me let
okay,
me
go
let
ahead.
me let me just say
Yep,
what Jeff has to say, and then we'll get into it.
yep.
Cade will come in and compete. He has 4 pitch mix. He has a fastball, sits around 94 with a curve, slider, and change. We'll see how he plays against professional hitters.
Yep.
Okay, go with your comments now.
So he threw bullpen today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told, first of all, 26-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
It's not something you see very often.
No.
I was also told that he threw a lot more pitches than he probably was intended to because he spent a lot of time with K Dub talking to him and showing him how to do things and helping him out. So if anything, right, at least he's if he didn't make the team, at least he's walking around with some
Mm-hmm.
good knowledge, good experience, doesn't walk out of this thing getting nothing, right? But I mean, dude, you're almost 30. Could you imagine 26 walking into your first professional team and as a rookie? That's a rough one.
Thanks for the reminder that I'm almost 30. I got 2 more days.
Yeah, I know.
By
I
the time
know.
this comes out, it'll be one more day.
I said almost.
I got the cane in the wheelchair on the other side. I got Ryan's keeping it safe for me.
Good, good, good,
Good.
good.
So yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's one of those that see what you
Hey,
can do,
yeah, go
and
on. Go
and
on and
we're
give it to him.
and worst case scenario is maybe this is his he made you really good, and we may look back on this and say, "Dan, that is a really really good pickup from Jeff."
I hope so.
Like
I hope that's what
I
we say.
really hope this, and now we're seeing all these pitchers roll in. Some of them have really good stuff, good stats, good numbers. That was a concern. I know talking off air, you heard that was a concern of, what are we doing about pitching? Like, and Jeff's a pitcher. Like he knows pitching. So it's like, why
Yeah,
wasn't that at the top of his priority list? But again, I think it's one of those that pitchers you can pick up so late in the off season, right before the season starts, because you got people going through the Atlantic League, or people, college baseball might be getting over with, and stuff like that. So you're just starting to kind of see those people
right.
kind of coming in. So I think we waited, and we'll see how it kind of plays itself out.
Yeah, and I heard that Valdez is throwing really well.
Good.
After having a year off.
Yeah.
So I mean, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to think about, a lot to take in. Um, but hey, good for us.
Yeah. Chuck. Oh,
Here's something else that's a little odd this year. I was told that we're going to in an exhibition game facing King County.
mm-hmm.
We're going to be facing Chicago. Um, I think Schaumburg. Um, that's a little Schaumburg's not odd, but the fact that in exhibition games we're going to be facing American Association teams, it's
I
kind of odd.
So this I guess maybe this is an outsider at the beginning, outsider looking in. I thought it was severely odd that they were doing exhibition games against Frontier League teams.
Well, so I didn't think that was odd, just from the fact of you're not you're playing the game, but you're not playing the game,
Mm-hmm.
right? How many times did I sit there in an exhibition and, Lamar goes time, walks out on the field and says, all right, we're done. And there's 2 outs or whatever and yanks everybody off the field. And, the other team goes out. How many times did he put somebody out there and they throw to one batter, brings in somebody else, throw to one batter, and goes through a couple of guys that way, which you wouldn't necessarily do during a game.
Well, no, I could.
And you're doing that, but it's not necessarily about being competitive. It's about learning your guys and figuring out who's going to be the best pieces to put in the mix, right? Um, for me, it's a little awkward because I think that you're facing guys that you're going to have to battle against.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you necessarily want to be, hey, let me figure out these weaknesses or show these weaknesses to these guys right
And,
now.
and I mean that's a valid point, because I mean, what happens if you are sitting there discussing something
Right.
and someone overhears that? I understand that, but then on the flip side, you see their weaknesses, and again, the roster could be totally flip flop by the time you play your first game.
True. Yeah.
So it's just gonna be different. I don't that I see it from both. I was just one of those. I found it really odd at first, just because MLB traditionalist, you're seeing, spring training and they're playing against other MLB teams. You don't see them
Right.
playing,
Right. But in MLB, what you typically had was you had American League teams facing off against National League teams
hmm
in the spring training because during the season they didn't meet each other.
yeah,
That's all changed now and kind of commingled, right?
yeah.
But yeah, that was something that was, I guess, for kind of the same reason as you face guys to learn or whatever, and you put your stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like in hockey, because hockey they don't want to spend the money on traveling all over the place, so they just do the teams that like right there. But that's beside the point. It's hockey
That's what we're
season.
doing.
That's
That's what we're doing.
it's essentially what we're doing. But Chuck, I mentioned the picture behind you, right?
Well, hold on. We also, I heard that we've got another player that is going to be a player coach.
Okay,
I don't. This has not been made official,
okay.
but I was told that the General MacArthur 4,
Ah,
D4, is going to be a roster guy that is going to be a coach.
nice.
And yeah, so me and you have talked to him before. I've talked to him as when he was playing for Chicago. Great guy, great personality. I love that. Uh, Not necessarily is he, one of those guys that's going to be out there, hitting home runs, but hey, I
He
love it when you have a great guy, great personality out there working hard and succeeding.
Yeah.
That's what I love to see. And so that to me, that's a fun one to look at.
I mean, his number. Just looking back, because last year he reached out and said, "Hey, can I get Lamar's information?" I'm like, I'm not really that close with Lamar, but here's his contact. Like, here's his email. That's the best I can
Right.
give you. And
Right.
just looking back at it, because I'm like, gentlemen, I'm like, I've heard that name. He did. I know when he played against the RailCats, he did really well. And I looked at the stats. I was like, I don't think Lamar's probably gonna pick him up because they weren't that impressive. It might be one of those where he's going to come off the bench kind of situation. So, you're going to still have your players. He's going to be able to take the role of coaching, but then like, hey, if you need to go out there, you're going to kind of go out there. So, I'm just going to this is the first time that we will be kind of messing with the player coach situation.
Yeah.
I
It's
know it's worked
not
in the
official.
past, but
Just
not
what I
official,
heard is
but
happening right now. So we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do.
yeah, so that's interesting. I think personally, I think there should be more of that. I almost believe that they should open a spot. I know it's competitive baseball, you want to win, but this is a league of second chances or maybe building a chance.
Right.
Getting more player coaches in there, like filling a spot for that specifically, because there's some players that might be at the end of their career, but they want to get into coaching and they just don't know how the right avenue would be about it.
Right. Right.
So,
Now here's the interesting thing is that when I first met General MacArthur and I was like, wow, General MacArthur, the fourth, which means there were three other ones. There is a G5. He has had
oh,
a child,
oh,
General MacArthur the fifth, and
mm,
so his name is G5.
nice.
Is exciting. I think that's really cool.
All right, you got any more RailCats baseball talk?
No.
Okay, so now I can mention that picture behind you, right?
There it is.
So not only did I walk into the surprise party and my family and my one friend and a couple coworkers that I call friends were there.
You had
Everyone,
coworkers?
yeah, the ones that were sitting at the table next, on your
Oh,
that table that I was,
okay. Didn't know who any.
yeah, but they all had special shirts on.
They did.
They did. And
Okay.
somehow someone has a t-shirt business
I wonder who that was.
and somehow got incriminating pictures to my mother. Or my mother
Oh,
sent incriminating pictures to him.
yeah.
Some pictures I hope never see the light of day again.
Okay.
But um Chuck got me a special one. And I will you know what? Me this is I will show you it. And I think is the funniest and best shirt I have seen. And I definitely have to get one in my size because the extra large is a little too big.
Okay.
But Chuck
Okay.
Chuck gave it off of his back to me. So
I
here it
did.
goes.
I did. Me and Natasha both had one of these.
Look at that. Ryan vibes, right? So Ryan gets his justice
Yep. Yep.
here because we lock him away
Well, I explain it like this. Ryan is the cool Kyle. Like
Ryan is the
Kyle
cool guy.
is the
Yes.
lame guy, and Ryan is the cool guy. And so Ryan vibes would be a guy with like some glasses and a pocket protector.
Mm-hmm.
And here you've got Ryan vibes, which is the cool guy driving the car.
Now, I don't know when this picture was taken. I had to have been a little bit younger.
Right.
Probably almost my like early 20s, almost like 1980. So I don't know really when this one was taken. But
Right.
if anyone has made it this far, okay, I will personally, because it is on the website on
It
Deck
is on
Tees.
the website for sale right now. Ryan vibes. There you go.
If you comment on the either Facebook or X post of the podcast and retweet it or repost it or whatever you do with it, I will personally send you a private message and asking you what size and your address, and I will have it shipped to you.
All right.
I'm doing that. That will be my giveaway. I will pay full price for it. I do not want any kind of discount. I will pay full price and I will send it to someone's house because they can
All right.
have a Ryan Vibe shirt, because this shirt, it's cool. All right. I'm sorry. It's just cool. I like it.
It is.
I did say I do have a couple pins still left over.
Right.
I told Gabriella that people that do good at work, I'm gonna start giving out the pins, and she goes no, and I said I will give them T-shirts, and she goes I hate your ideas. So that's gonna be my thing. I'm just gonna give people T-shirts out. But yes,
Yeah.
I will send this out to someone that wants T-shirt, because now we may have to like update the picture a little bit.
No,
you want to keep it that young?
No.
That's gonna be Ryan. I was thinking maybe like
is.
we get some kind of like I dress myself up like as like a Ryan kind of deal.
No.
But
No.
okay, we'll keep the old
that is
picture.
for sure.
Okay, well
That is
that's
for sure.
it. Listen, it's your company. You do your thing. So
I actually I'm a little bit shocked because I was thinking as I was going through all the pictures, and you walked in and you saw all the different shirts, and you said, of course everybody has shirts. And you looked at a couple of them. I don't know that you paid a lot of attention to them. There was a couple of them that I was rather proud of, that weren't just the face. A picture of you, I believe, with braces, holding a video game that I changed the name to say Girlfriend Repellent 2. I thought that was pretty awesome. There was, and I've got, I've got a picture of that right here, Girlfriend Repellent 2. That was on a shirt. And then I've got, there was a couple of them that I was shocked. Like this one, it came out really good. This is when you like to dress up.
that
And
that is
what,
do not
but what,
do not
huh?
do not. I know where this is
Oh,
going. Do not.
but something that hit me was we had conversations about, and I thought it was really funny that, you would say, Pirates and Princess Night,
Not.
and I would say things like, Kyle, you're gonna have to dress up like a princess, and you're like, okay, I will. And I thought for a second there, it didn't hit me. As you get more information, you start to realize, you look back and you're like, now that makes sense of why you weren't sitting there saying, no, I don't really want to do that. And that's because
No.
apparently
not.
you have done this before. And so I don't know what had happened
Okay.
in your childhood.
This
But this right here is a haunting picture that there are some people, I believe, in your family, or people that said, the one guy said, I'm going to wear this to work, had that picture in a heart, and loved the shirt. So, I feel as though I've been kind of cheated, because I thought it was going to be a big deal for the princess thing, but apparently this is something you do on a
yeah, that one's beneath me.
right.
I didn't have the Hannah Montana wig, the chapstick on, and then the bosoms that were socks.
I for a second there, I was like, I don't know if maybe the color's off or what, but I think he's wearing makeup.
Oh, I am.
And so I was like, huh, all right.
Yep, definitely was. Hey, listen, it's Halloween. All right, it was Halloween. I was like in 7th grade,
Okay.
and I wanted to be different. And
First of all, I don't like it when you lie to the podcast because this wasn't Halloween.
yes,
There is no way that
yes,
background is that clear on a Halloween.
That was
That
Halloween.
is definitely a June or a
No,
July.
that was
And
Halloween. No,
this
that
is
was
young
Halloween.
Kyle
No,
just going out
that was
for a stroll
Halloween.
around the
Nope,
block.
it was Halloween.
This is young Kyle
No,
going out for a
no, it was
stroll around
not.
the block
No, it was not.
wearing his Sunday
No,
best.
no, it was not. It was Halloween. I remember specifically dressing up for Halloween
Uh-huh.
as a
Uh-huh.
hot chick. So,
Okay. Okay. We
I
know.
I pulled it off fabulously. So let's just
All right.
say
Yeah.
that if Ryan went from like Ryan to Ryanita or something like that, then all right. So we're gonna get off that portion of it.
Yeah. So, but I also want to say this. I want to say this. So your mom sent out an invite to everybody about a month ago,
Mhm.
saying, hey, RSVP, we're having a surprise birthday party for Kyle. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. You had actually just come back from your birthday in Vegas.
Yes.
So I was like, I thought that his birthday had already passed. He was in Vegas celebrating it. So this, okay. All right. And turning 30, that's really cool, right? But here's the thing. Your mom did not just say, hey, let's have a party. Your mom booked the Gelsosimo's room,
Mhm.
had tons of food there for everybody.
Yes.
Even the things that like somebody normally would have skimped on, she had plethora of all of it. She made these things right here to hang up on the wall. She had little things on the table that had your picture on it.
Yep.
She had pins for people to wear with your picture on it. And I tell you all this, man, because my mom forgets my birthday. And so now I'm not saying that I would want to have a mom that goes 1,000 like your mom does, but I would settle for 100 compared to what I am, right? When my mom forgets my birthday. Um, so man, good job for your mom.
Yes.
You have got to feel extremely loved, and I think that is fantastic. That was
Yes.
great for me to see.
Yes, my mother loves me and my sister very much so, and she would go to the ends of the earth for us and do anything that we would need. She would take us back in a heartbeat. But love my mother to death. And yeah, yes, sometimes does she take things to the upper echelons of craziness? Yes. But I wouldn't want to have it any other way.
She was so nervous about the whole party. She was so nervous. It was funny watching. I was like, "Oh, I know it's going to work out.
Mhm.
Whatever it is, it's going to be wonderful, right?" She was so nervous. She wanted everything to be perfect. And I sat there and smiled and I said, "Well, we could turn the lights off." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, let's turn the lights off." So we turned the lights off and everybody's like, can we turn it back on until he's like close?" She's like, "Turn the lights on, turn the lights on." So I turned the lights on and then she's like, "All right, he's coming. Turn the lights off." I'm like, okay, I'm in charge of the lights. But it was a fantastic time. Your mom
Yes.
did a fantastic job. Can't speak any more highly of her. And that, and I'm glad that I got to play a role of throwing some shirts together. But even seeing the shirts, and she was laughing so hard. And there was another lady, I think she might have been your aunt or something.
Yeah.
She had the military one on.
Yep.
Apparently she listens to the
Yes, she
podcast
does.
because I came walking in and she's like, "Chuck from the podcast, it's Chuck." And I'm
And
like,
and and
yeah.
And speaking of my aunt, I don't have it up yet. I have to play around with the green screen. But for my birthday, she got me a nice little neon sign that says live on air. So I gotta figure out how to put that up
Oh
somewhere
my
over here.
goodness.
So
That
yes,
is fantastic. What's your aunt's
yes.
name?
Nan.
Nan?
Yes.
All right, Aunt Nan. Good job.
Yes. We
Good
call her
job.
Auntie Nan. She
All
is
right.
a great aunt. I do. She lived with us when we were younger for a little bit. She, one of my best friends at that time and still is, but yeah, so really.
She said something about, she wanted the one with the military because she said that a wedding or something, and you were pulled over or something like that wearing your military outfit.
Yes, when she got married to her second husband, which is now my current uncle. Um I was getting ready to go to annual training, and we were supposed to leave and we didn't leave for some reason, and I asked if I could leave to go to not the entire wedding but some of the wedding. So, and it was relatively close, so I was able to go um and uh go there, and I was in uniform because I didn't have any other clothes to wear. So, that's
Yeah,
that was
so
that.
she got the shirt with you in your military stuff, so I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, great party, great all the way around. And somebody's getting a Ryan Vibes t-shirt.
Yes. Someone
Hopefully,
I
nobody's
hope
gonna comment on anything now.
and if they don't want it, that's perfectly fine, because more t-shirts for me.
Yeah,
All
you're,
right.
you're gonna want you already said I want to wear that to every game is what you
I
told me.
I I I will get you, give me like five, and I will wear five. I don't want to wear the same one because it might get a little stinky.
Right.
But
You need more.
I don't. Maybe I don't want to wash. Maybe the first one that I wear and they like on a winning streak. Maybe I just won't wear it, and then or I won't wash it until they lose. So
Right.
I'll be coming to stinky really bad. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what kind of happens with my jerseys. I don't really like washing the jerseys throughout the season because I don't like to ruin the jerseys. So they get washed like once a year. So by the end of the season, my wife's like, "You smell so bad. Febreze your jerseys or wash them." I'm like, maybe.
Which reminds me, I was gonna make a shirt for you that you wanted for your wife. A
No,
shirt for you
no,
that
Chuck,
was. You know
Chuck,
what? Let me pull that picture up that was
Chuck,
floating on the
Chuck.
interweb.
No,
Um,
I already showed her the picture. It was
no,
your idea.
no,
No,
it wasn't
that
my
is
idea.
not. No,
This was a shirt or a picture of you that was floating around the interwebs, and I was shocked to see it. I was shocked to see it, but it's a picture of your wife, um, and she's sweeping and doing laundry, and it says, "I love women's sports."
Chuck,
Now that is you.
you're a terrible person.
What?
You're a terrible human being.
I can't help it that they're
Why would
on
you
the
pin
internet
that?
wearing.
I didn't pin. No, that was you.
No, I found it on the internet. People were asking about it. I'm like, I can't believe that Kyle would wear a picture. I think it's sweet that you're wearing a shirt with your wife on it. I think that maybe it shouldn't say I love women's sports with her sweeping and doing laundry. But I mean that's just, you know,
I will make it and then give it to you at a game like it was your idea.
why you can't make that. That was that you okay.
That was you. That was you, Chuck. That was
Yeah,
you.
you got me. You
All
got me.
right. So don't sit there and blame me that I came up with it. It was you.
Well, I was gonna give you a replacement because it looked like this one had a stain on
Probably for my Cheetos
it. Eating Cheetos while you're watching
or
your
my
wife do all the work around the house.
or my pierogies that I love to eat.
Oh, there we go.
And speaking of pierogies, I know everyone's kind of staying this far, but if you're not hungry yet, you will be for
All right,
pierogies around the association.
let's do it.
All right. So I'm going west to east. Okay, so the west, the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. I got the Bison pierogies. Oh my god, I can't speak.
Wow, bison burrito pierogies.
Yes, because they play at NDSU, the home of the Bison.
That's true.
The Kansas City Monarchs. I got the Kansas City sauce pierogies. It's Kansas City is known for their barbecue and their KC style sauce. So
Right.
I mean, two and two goes in. Now, Lincoln, this was gonna throw you off. All right, when I asked you, Lincoln, what do you think of?
Well, here's the thing about Lincoln is that they have a very special meal that they like to eat,
Yeah.
which is I believe it's chili with Cinnabons.
Mm.
Uh, which I don't know how that plays into pierogies, but
Well,
what
Chuck,
I heard-
it doesn't,
okay,
because there was something that was invented in Lincoln, Nebraska.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Was it, uh, I know this. Lincoln, Nebraska invented how to have the state pay for the maintenance on your
No,
field to
no,
play for it,
no, no,
and
no.
win all the awards.
Chuck,
Yeah.
think on a nice, as a kid, nice hot day outside,
Okay.
right?
Hose
And
water. Did
no,
they invent
no,
water?
and your mom was like, "Hey Chuck, I got some juice," and you go inside and it's Kool-Aid.
No, my
No,
mom did not
well,
say they had
Kool-Aid was invented in Lincoln, Nebraska,
that. Okay.
so
All right.
so we got the Kool-Aid pierogies. A little
Fair.
out there, a little out there. I know it's a little out there, but it's Kool-Aid. I mean, who doesn't want a nice, on a nice hot day, a pierogi
I,
soaked in Kool-Aid?
my mom, when it was a hot day out, she would
Yeah, you were
say,
deprived.
no, she would say, you're not coming in the house. You're thirsty. Drink out of the hose. Which that's when I found out that the first, probably gallon of water is very hot. And then you start getting the fresh water when you're drinking out of the hose. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let it run for a little bit before you get the.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so we got
That's one of
the.
the lessons you learn as a kid. I don't know that the new kids would know that though.
Oh, I know that lesson. I wasn't. I knew that lesson pretty well. And actually, I know this is really weird, but I actually enjoyed drinking out of the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could just like rinse yourself down with the hose.
Right.
So there's just something about,
And
and
it
then
was hot out, and so
yeah,
if you got a little wet,
yeah, and when you
okay,
go to the ballpark and they have the hand pump ones and you
right,
stick your face. Yeah, that I I.
yeah,
I I wasn't sheltered. And Logan, when he gets old enough, yeah, you just go drink some water out of you'll be good.
yeah,
You'll be fine.
yeah.
The Sioux City Explorers. It would
Okay,
be the Iowa Hamball Pierogi, which
okay,
contains a sweet and savory appetizer. Or it's like a sweet and savory appetizer or main dish made from ground pork and ham with a brown sugar glaze.
that could be interesting.
Then I have the Sioux Falls Canaries. The Chislic pierogi is a traditional South Dakota dish of skewered, deep fried, or grilled cubes of meat, typically lamb, beef, or venison, seasoned with garlic, salt, and served with crackers.
There you go.
So,
That sounds
um,
interesting.
I know it's probably gonna be expensive pierogies because it sounds like expensive meals, but
I would pay. I personally would pay top dollar for some of these.
especially the Kool Aid one, right?
That hey, depends on what flavor Kool-Aid.
The Winnipeg Gold Eyes. It would be the smoked gold eyes pierogi, a
That's
freshwater
good.
fish found in Canada and parts of North U.S. The gold eyes are recognized by their silver compression body and their large gold eye color. You put
Yep.
two and two together. Chicago dog is probably gonna be an easy one. The Chi-Town dog pierogies, a Chicago style hot dog, comes with everything, mustard, relish, celery, salt, chopped onions, sliced tomato, kosher pickle, and a sport pepper.
Yep.
We also have Cleveland Railroaders, the Tex-Mex pierogi. Texas is known
Okay.
for their barbecue and their Tex-Mex style cuisines, but this pierogi would be just the sauce specifically. I think just the sauce would work. Kane County, so Chuck, this is where I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, we were both disappointed
You're
in our conversations about this one.
So Kane County, we talked about the atomic pork chop, right? We're talking about the promotions, the pork chop. So I was like, all right, I need to know what's exactly in the atomic pork chop so I can write it down. So if someone was interested in it and they went to the ballpark, they would find it. Well, I was sad to find out that they don't have the atomic pork chop.
Yeah.
Anymore.
So last year, I believe it was the year before last when we went. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay. And I had you try that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And every time I would go, that's what we would buy. Is I would buy the atomic pork chop with some barbecue sauce, and it would fill you up, and it was fantastic. I think it was like $16 or something, but really good. And so last year I didn't go to that many games in Kane County, and I noticed that they weren't there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where if you got there late and you went and looked, it would be shut down because they ran out of pork chops. But for some reason I didn't get it last year, and now I find out heartbreakingly that they're gone.
Well, I guess there's no reason to go King County anymore. So everyone should just go to the
There
RailCats
is,
stadiums.
there
Yeah.
is, because now they're the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah. Well,
The Swedish
if I would have known
would like to.
if I would have known that they were going to be the Swedish meatballs, I would have made it the Swedish meatball pierogi. But instead, it's the deep dish pierogi.
Okay.
So it's Chicago style deep dish.
You could have changed it right there. Nobody knew it was going to be the deep dish.
Yeah,
one.
but Chuck, I wrote it down, and I felt really good that I actually did some research and kind of try to come up to be playing the game a little bit.
I thought Ryan was doing the research for us.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He gives it to me last minute. It was like, hey, here you go. And I'm like, what is this? He goes, this is stuff that they just got done.
You got to go on air. People. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's him. The Milwaukee Milkman, the curdled milk pierogies, which is just cheese curd pierogies, but like the
all right.
Like
I don't
Golding.
I know a lot calling it the curdled milk pierogies. I would say that if you said cheese curd pierogies,
yeah,
okay.
But curdled, like it's a play on like Boo Milwaukee, like curdled,
right.
It's a play on words a little bit, Chuck.
Right.
I thought long and hard on that one.
I think that when Milwaukee comes in, that maybe it should be more of a dessert pierogi, and it's milk dud.
I was thinking like a milkshake pierogi. I was just trying to think of something. I was just like, Milwaukee is also known.
Milwaukee has two names. The two names from me. It's either the Milk Duds or the Dairy Queens. Those are the two names that I give them every time.
Well, I was trying to, Wisconsin, known for their cheese,
right?
But we have two teams in Wisconsin, so I didn't want to make both of them like a cheese curd kind of thing. So the last one is Lake Country Hounds, and I went with the beer brat pierogies because, that's the best I got for them.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I mean, there's a couple in here I'm like, yeah, that would be really good, and a couple I'm like, yeah, probably not, but we wanted to play around with it, and they can take any ideas that they want. I mean, if you want to cut a bunch of hot dogs and throw ketchup or mustard or other stuff in it and call it a day, sure, go ahead and do that.
Or you can just have the regular pierogies. What inside of the pierogies you have beef, right? Like the hot dogs, and then you put the fixings over the top of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could play with that. Some of it's not just going to be. I know pierogies is basically like mostly the potato that's in it. You don't have to put it over the top of it, but you can play with it. I mean, you can call it a pierogi, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have the potato in there. You could just have beef in there.
Yeah.
And put the toppings over the top for the Chicago dog and run with it. There's a lot of things that, I mean, some of this stuff is, wouldn't it be nice to just be able to come up with stuff like this?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I personally think since you came up with these ideas that and since you told me that you now love pierogies, that didn't you say that you had never had one until you had one at Steelyard?
Yeah,
now you
yeah.
Okay. So I think that you throwing these ideas out here, that you should be required to cook some of these up and test them out.
Okay.
Tell us what you think.
Okay, Chuck. Bet. I got you. I will figure out how to make a pierogi from scratch.
Yeah.
First, I got to figure out how to make it from scratch.
My daughter knows how to make them from scratch.
Okay, well, I guess she's gonna have to teach me a lesson on.
I will get a hold of her.
So then that way, I can come up with these.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe we talked about this. Maybe we talk about it some more. But we talked about doing, with the
We're talking about party at your house.
Yeah, the party at my house for the All-Star game because because I normally have a setup out back. Right. So if I created all these dishes and then people can try them.
Right.
I'm just iffy about the fish. I'm not. Fish isn't my. I'm not. Fish just isn't my thing, But I would be really interested in the Kool-Aid one. That one would be.
That could be interesting.
But you know what? If I have time between the season, work, and the baby to try and do this, then we'll try it.
All right.
If not, it might be an off-season thing.
Sounds
But
like
it'd be an
sounds like
off-season thing, and I'll freeze it up and I'll send it to you, and we will try it at the same time.
I like that idea.
All right, Chuck, you got anything before the final out?
Oh man. Uh no. No. It's been a hectic week. I'm ready for some baseball. I am loving watching the American Association. I mean the Atlantic League online, watching some of those games, just trying to kind of pump myself up for the season. Love the fact that we got a guy here, and he's enjoying being here, and kind of giving me the scoop on, hey, everybody's here, ready to go. Uh, man, it's right there again. It's one of those things where you just get excited right before the beginning of the season. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And you know what? OnDeck Tees has been doing really well. And so I've been printing out a lot of shirts for kids, and getting those ready to be able to hand out to the players for them to give out to some kids. So yeah, it's everything's firing on all cylinders right now.
Okay. Well, the final out brought to you by OnDeck Tees, Sport Player Wear the Gear. Chuck, your final out for this episode. You probably already.
My final out is we're we face Lake Country to start out, and then we go to Milwaukee, and then we play a week and a half at home. Um, I hate the fact that all these other teams are already going to have their opening season opener, and we're going to be sitting there waiting.
Well,
Uh,
half the teams.
yeah, I mean, but hey, my first game is going to be Chicago.
Mm.
I'm going to go to the Chicago opener, I think. And then I'm going to probably head up to Lake Country, and then I'm definitely going to hit one of the Milwaukee games.
Oh, very nice. My final out.
I do want to interject something here.
Okay, interject something.
I did reach out to the Indie Ball Report guys,
Mm-hmm.
sent them a message about possibly being sponsored by OnDeck Tees, but we then got into the conversation about Union Night, and told them I would be happy to have them uh, come to the stadium on my tickets and they are looking forward to it. So that's something that I think is exciting.
Yeah, I mean, my final out is, Chuck, next week.
Yeah,
It's there. It's
yeah,
staring you in the face. It's next week that I get to devote my free time to watching RailCats baseball, and I love every second of it. It may drive my wife absolutely up the wall, but I just gotta do the things I'm supposed to do.
yep,
Take care of the baby when I'm supposed to take care of the baby,
yep,
and it's all smooth sailing from there.
yep.
It's all smooth sailing. So that's what it's there. Baseball season's there, and I cannot wait.
Hopefully you've banked up enough positive points in the off season
I try.
that you can utilize those
I try. That's
during the season.
In years past. I typically slack during the baseball season, and then as soon as baseball season's over with, it's just like, oh, bathroom needs to be cleaned. I got it. You needed me to do laundry. I got it. And then it just goes like
Right.
back to baseball season. I'm like, yeah, I'll wear the pants again. It's fine.
That shirt says otherwise. Just gonna say that I don't think you said sweeping. Yeah, I got that. No, you said I love it when you sweep and do those women's sports.
I do the laundry. I take care of the yard. I do.
That's not what that shirt shows there. It shows your wife doing laundry.
Yeah, well, nonetheless. So, the thought process, if anyone's made it this far,
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, if anyone's made it this far, I believe I'll have to double check my schedule again. I think I open on Thursday, so I think we'll do our final preview storyline, get any kind of last thoughts in on before the season starts.
Okay.
So we will take the Sunday off,
All right.
and we will record maybe one big one. So then that way on Friday if you're like me and you already took the day off of work and you have nothing to do, you could at least listen to the podcast when I
Right.
finally get it edited and sent out on Friday. But that will be the last off-season podcast necessarily until the season starts. And
Yep.
I will try my best, depending on work schedule and everyone's schedule, but for Mondays to be the days that podcast will come out.
All right.
Depending if there's a game going on, the podcast will be out Monday. If there's no game, then it's going to be Tuesday, and we'll record on Sunday. So that way we get 2 series in and look forward to the new 2 series. So I will try to be on a more consistent basis off season, just kind of like, it's the off season. I can get it out when I get it out. So
There you go.
that's what I got. So that'll wrap up this week's episode. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your evening when you're watching this. And go Cats.
Bye, Ann.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Wrap this one up in green and white.